He actually works in law enforcement. He's an IRS special agent, which is basically an armed cop that investigates financial crimes. So he's going to try and outsmart any cop or detective that would potentially investigate what they're about to do. So now their next step is that they need someone to frame. So they get on the internet and they go to a website for people who are into S&M stuff. And they use pictures of Christine and they create a fake profile posing as her. And Juliana pretends to be Christine, and she messages guys on the site, and she tells them that she wants to fulfill a fantasy of being SA'd. And oddly, a lot of guys are into that. They're like, cool, yeah, I'm into that. Can we meet in public first and discuss? Now, meeting in public first is obviously not going to work for Juliana and Brendan's plan. I mean, they need this whole thing to be a surprise. And by the way, these guys requesting to meet in public first literally saves their lives because, they don't end up getting involved in this murder. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Anyway, Brendan and Juliana, they keep looking for someone. Someone who doesn't want to meet in public first, someone who's willing to come straight to their house, no questions asked. And that is when they meet this guy, Joe. And for whatever reason, poor Joe, he's trusting enough to say yes to coming straight to their house to fulfill what he thinks is a consensual SA fantasy with Christine. And so from here, Juliana and Brendan, they set up a room in the house to look like the fantasy Joe is expecting, I guess. Then the next morning, it's finally time. And so they message Joe to come over early in the morning while Christine is still there, asleep in her bed. And they leave the door unlocked, and they tell him, just walk in. And Joe does exactly that. He walks right in, and he goes down to the room that they set up, and he takes off his clothes, and he ties himself up, and he puts on a blindfold, expecting this fantasy role-playing with Christine. And that is when Juliana walks up behind him while he's tied up and helpless, and blam! She shoots him. Meanwhile, just as they planned, Brendan is at McDonald's, on the security cameras, out of the house at the time of the murder. Then, Juliana calls him, and she says that her part is done. And that is Brendan's cue to race home, and there he sneaks upstairs, where Christine is still asleep in her bed, because she slept through this whole thing, I guess. And suddenly, boom, he starts stabbing her. And he does until she's, unfortunately, unalived. These two psychopaths take two innocent lives, and they do all this with the little girl in the house. The same little girl that Juliana